I can't even say the word, first of all. Esthetician?
All right. Welcome to Good Mythical More. Can you first explain to me, again, what's an anesthetician?
That's it, huh?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh.
I give up. I don't know what what's the difference between an esthetician, which I've never heard of, an anesthetician?
I think anesthesiologist.
Anesthesiologist?
They give you anesthesia.
But there's also an anesthetician.
Anesthetician?
Another
That's
word
a decision that birds make every day.
Another word for an anesthesiologist.
I gotta make another anesthetician.
Somebody help me out. What's another word for an anesthesiologist? That sounds like esthetician. Esthetician.
How do you say that word?
Esthetician.
Esthetician?
Yeah.
It's a statistician.
Yeah.
Somebody who deals with statistics.
Yeah.
What is it? It's a person who puts makeup on your face?
A nurse anesthetist.
Anesthetist. Anesthetist.
Anesthetist is a nurse.
You got an anesthesiologist, which is the doctor who gets paid the big bucks, but you got the anesthetist.
So the nurse for the nurse for the anesthesiologist is called
Anesthetist.
So I was right.
No, there's no N in that. This is aesthetic.
They misspelled it.
Aesthetician. I can't say the word. Aesthetician? Aesthetician?
So Rhett went to the freak
What is
show
it?
in Venice Beach, which I've seen a lot of, but I've never been inside. And I asked him not to tell me what happened until he could also share it with you. But
Because we're going to talk about buddy system for a second. That may or may not be the reason that I put moisturizer on my face this morning that made me look so different. Maybe because of our series that's coming out this fall, Buddy System. If you've been following us, on the social meets.
well, when we were
this
shooting,
summer,
we did more Snapchatting.
we talked about it quite a bit.
But we wrapped shooting many weeks ago, and we're in post now. You know, I wanted to make sure we bring it up and talk to you guys about it because we're extremely excited about it. But it's kind of a separate thing that we're like in this cave where it's like, okay, I'm gonna enter this cave.
The whole thing is being made in a cave.
In a cave where it's being edited and fashioned and forged deep within the cave. And so it should come out, I think you said October-ish?
I said the fall, it should be October, but we're not making any promises, but it's going to happen.
Yeah,
this year.
the date is not set exactly, but we're extremely excited about it. And we've seen many of the episodes in close to final
many
form.
of them.
I don't want to say too much. I'd rather say nothing else except that I'm excited for you to see it.
You will get to see what I look like right after I put the moisturizer on my face, though, which is even more different than I look right now.
But speaking of which, tell me about the freak show. Just kidding.
Well, I got invited in when they saw me walk by.
You walked back?
They were like, "There's a man without the bottom half of a face. Come in." Actually, I was my nephews were in town, and I was like, I got to show them a good time. I'm going to take them to the freak show. No, one of the things I like to do with people who visit is I like to take them to Venice because, and the way I like to do it is I like to do the bike ride from Santa Monica to Venice, and then lock your bike up well in Venice, and then you traipse around Venice.
So you rented a bike in a lock.
Yeah. So you just it's so.
What about Segways though? You could have done that.
I don't trust kids on Segways.
I think there's an age limit.
And I don't want to be on a Segway. I don't want to draw that much attention to myself. I'm already 6'7".
You want to be able to get
over
away.
7 feet tall. But the thing I like about Venice is it's such a caricature of Southern California. It's so over the top, so ridiculously seedy. The whole thing, and all the people who are just selling all kinds of crazy stuff, all the people doing these activities that you're like, what is that guy doing? He's walking on his pinkies.
Dressed like a doctor.
Selling something, and so you just get to see all walks of life. So I took them down there. They were absolutely amazed. And we get next to that, sort of the middle part of Venice where you got that guy and he's talking like this. He's kind of a Southern guy. He talks just like this. And he's like,
he's a barker.
We've got a 5-legged dog inside here. Mom, come, we bring the kids. It's all family friendly for all ages.
Where's the leg?
And we've got 2-headed turtle. In fact, we've got a 2-headed turtle right out front. You can see this one for free, but we've got a 3-headed turtle on the inside. Good. You're going to see the half woman today. You're going to see the sword swallower. You're going to see a woman who can withstand 100,000 volts. makes it sound.
And they
very,
have a
very
television
interesting.
show, right, Drew?
Yeah, I don't know if it's still on, but it was on AMC.
On AMC. So you went in, huh?
I went in, and first of all, I had to do some coaxing of Locke. I didn't take Shepard. It was just Locke and then his two cousins, and
You didn't want to go in.
Locke and neither Locke nor Isaiah wanted to go in. They were kind of like. I saw the look on their faces, like, guys, he said it was all ages. You guys are all ages. We're all ages. Let's just go in.
Well, you were 3,
And I'm like,
particular ages.
I'm like, it's going to be a little freaky. That's the whole point. But this is an experience that you'll remember every night when you're going to sleep for the rest of your life.
What
so,
now?
So come inside, kids.
What can you tell us without giving it all away?
Well,
or are you just going to give it all
They
away?
rotate different people in and out, right? So there's first of all, it's $5. It's $5. It's not like it was just one of the cheaper things on the Venice Boardwalk. So it's not
You
like
can't
a
get a
$20
couple.
thing.
You can't get a scoop of ice cream for $5.
No, nothing, and I mean nothing is less than $5 on the Venice Boardwalk. So we go in there, and the first thing they do is there's a show, and that just depends on who happens to be there. And
So you sat down in a seat. Or were you
some
like,
people, we got in a little bit late, so there were seats, and then they're kind of standing room. But I kind of like brought Locke and Isaiah over to the side and like put them right next to the stage because like, you guys are going to see this. You guys are going to address this.
And then you left.
And I'm not going to tell you any specifics about the people because I don't want to ruin the show. I mean,
Was it real stuff? Come on, tell us. Was it real stuff?
yeah, but here, okay, I'll tell you. So the first guy gets up there, and he has like warts all over his face, like just completely covered in warts.
Warts.
But it starts off while he's not trying to scare you. He's like, I feel welcome here. This is my home.
Oh.
And at the freak show, I can be myself. And it's kind of like a positive self-image reinforcement exercise for all the people who are part of the show. And so it totally disarms you. And then he takes his shirt off, and he is covered in warts. It's you've seen this kind of thing. There's people who have this disorder. You can Google image search that. But because because he's disarmed you, you're like,
He's cool. He's a human.
you're like, that's cool, man.
He's not a freak anymore.
That's this guy's thing.
What, did he do a show?
No, that's his show. He shows you.
Himself.
He shows you his body. That's his show. That's all
He literally shows you.
That's all he's got to do.
Oh.
Then there's a dude who gets up there.
There was no show and touch.
And puts hooks in his mouth and through his nose and swallows a sword. He's kind of like the MC. He was. Kind of looks like a warlock. Kind of got like black makeup around his eyes.
I've seen him out
the
front.
boots, and he's got the long blonde hair.
Did he also say this is like a family to me?
He was a little more mysterious
Okay.
than the wart guy, but it's still you didn't. Basically, it's not the kind of thing like this is 2016, right? This isn't like 1956 where you go in there and you're like supposed to ooh and ah at these weird looking people and everybody's supposed to think that it's gross. That's just like you can't do that anymore, right? So it's like these people are realizing themselves in the context of the freak show, which I'm sure that's what the show. That's why they were able to do it on AMC, and it was entertaining. And I kind of felt like. Not only was it like...
What was the most sensational thing?
Most sensational thing that happened in the show? I mean, the dude putting the hook through his mouth and coming out of his nose and then like opening up his mouth for you to see was kind of difficult to deal with a little bit. And then the girl who did she can like withstand 100,000 volts.
Uh-huh.
She also has like a corset on, and her waist is like that big around.
What?
I think that's the ticket for withstanding the high.
You cinch up the midsection.
Electricity can't
Get through there.
It's
Yeah.
too small. And
Creates a bottleneck.
She was mysterious,
But it's not in the neck, it's in the waist.
and you could hand her a light bulb while she was hooked up to the thing, and it would light up.
Really?
Yep.
Did you have a light bulb on you?
I gave her all the light bulbs I had. That's why I don't have any now.
Right.
No, they gave her one.
They gave her one.
Yeah, and then after that show, then you could take this little tour, and that's when they've got like the animals. Like there's a woman holding a little dog that's got 5 legs. And it's really just a dog that's got one leg that kind of branches.
That
into
she's
2.
actually just holding?
Yeah, and you can pet him. He's cool. He's just a little cute little dog. And you're like, oh, yeah, he's just got a double leg. Who cares? I don't care. All dogs should have double legs.
Did he talk?
And then he begins talking.
Good.
Yeah. No, he doesn't talk. He does do a little trick with it. They give him a little spoon and he like stirs something.
Like creamer in coffee?
Yeah. He actually takes a chopstick in each one of the 2 legs, and then he eats an egg roll.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. He's very famous. And then there's a 2-headed snake. Can't touch that one. I mean, it's for it's
$5.
best deal on the Venice
On
Boardwalk.
the Vegas
It's
strip.
best. It's also in Vegas. They've just expanded. But it's kind of disarming. You kind of like
You leave.
you go in thinking like I feel a little bit sick for doing this. Like I'm feeding into some demented side of me. Like I'm gonna go and exploit somebody. But then you get in there and you realize that like no, it's perfectly natural to be interested in people who are different than what you would consider normal. And the reason that they're doing it is because this is a way for them to use their disability in their favor and make some money doing it. And they disarm you, and you're kind of like you walk out with like a different view. I mean, they're doing a service down there on the Venice Boardwalk for the people.
Broaden your horizons. Visit a freak show.
And I ended up stealing the little dog.
I see it. It's right down there. She's quiet.
It's a he.
He's quiet.
Yeah, actually 6 legs.
Well, I'm going to school to be an esthetician.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Not yet.